Welcome back to Bully Talks Football. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are good on this dreadful Saturday because it's a bit down where I am. I don't know about you guys. I hope you guys are good. We just watched City demolish Liverpool 4-0. I wasn't even close. Like the first hour and a half, it was a back and forth. It was a back and forth game. Liverpool had some chances. City had some, but City utterly dominated them. I'm so sorry. No. City were ridiculous to play against for an hour, and Slot got exposed. I don't know what kind of starting lineup he put. I have no clue. It was as much as she's trying this new 4-2-2-2 type situation, trying to overload the middle, similar to what City were doing. But unfortunately, City have been doing it a lot longer all season. I have better players that make more sense than you do. Well, first of all, can we talk about Erling Haaland, please? All the goals today, that's a striker. The second one, running off that is a striker. Recognize the right moment to run across Virgil to make sure he couldn't touch him. He's not involved. All you can do is react and go. Every time they went forward, they were class. Ryan Cherky, class. Semenyo, class. Bernardo Silva, Rodri. You can see why Madrid are interested in Rodri. It was a class performance. Trafford played well. Nico O'Reilly played well. They all smashed them. So now to get on to Liverpool. Liverpool, they look dead, buried, and not even really interested in playing. Like, I'm sorry, their team doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. They all contradict each other. Kirkers, Virgil van Dijk, Konate, and I don't know who was their Gomez today. Gomez. They all contradict each other. Curtis Jones, Gravenberg, Vert, Soboslai, Salah, nah. They all do something that opposes each other. Verts, yeah, but to play, this is the confusion. Verts is the creative force. But to play Verts in the system, you need energy because Verts is not going to run around and do all that extra defensive work. You need to play Soboslai. But to play Soboslai means you're going to have to either shift Verts to the left or shift Soboslai out on the right. And where would you put Salah? And then Ekitike likes to run around in the box, go from the box to the left. When Verts is there, Verts has to stay somewhere. So each of them pull each other in different directions. This is where money doesn't always buy you happiness. This is the problem. So while they were stacking up, buying all these players, they did not realize how are they all supposed to fit in the system when they're doing the opposite of what each other want to do. Gravenberg wants to carry the ball on over and over again, but then today with Curtis Jones couldn't do that as much. Run into City's pressing. So no. I think with Liverpool it's just a confusion, and then let's Arne Slot. Oh Jesus, Arne Slot. He might be out of his depth for the squad, but then at the same time with the way the game was going, the first goal was going to be key. Once City had that first goal, the game changed. It was no Liverpool. They were already looking very shaky, and then they just kept on being more and more ruthless. With Slot, I think he is the victim of Liverpool's buying, because and as much as they want to, as much as every manager would want support or buy me, spend this certain amount of money on players, it has to make sense, because he's struggling to make it make sense. Because yeah, you spent all this money, but how is he confused about who to use and how to use them? Because they can't play 3-2-4-1 because people are put in weird position. Kirkers, is he an attacking fullback or is he a defensive fullback? He doesn't know. They lost Trent. Conor Bradley wasn't it. Frimpong is more of an attack, more of a right winger, right back kind of situation. but at the same time, you have Joe Gomez. I don't know who Joe Gomez is or what he's there for. So like they're pulling each other in different directions. It's why sometimes with their own one, sometimes their talent clicks and they can beat good teams. But other times they can just get dismantled. Like and you watch the game and be like, how did that happen? What actually happened? And now for the bigger picture with City, Pep, I think I'm going to get this is last season, and he's going to try and go out on a high. They already beat Arsenal, in the Carabao Cup final. Thank you, thanks for that. They, I think he's going to probably win the FA Cup as well. Just to go, I think he would like to leave it on a high. I'm just bow out that way, and I think that's what he's setting up for. So I think that's his direction right now, and the way they're playing, I won't be, they only have this to play for basically. Like the league's gone, like sorry, the league is gone. So they're going to put their energy toward the FA Cup, win FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and then call it a season, Uh, but then on Liverpool side, I think Slot needs to go. I think he needs to go. But then at the same time, not necessarily his fault. Because as much as they say, oh, he needs to do better tactics, create a better system. Yeah, you can create a better system, but sometimes when you have certain players, they are opposing each other. Salah doesn't want to work hard anymore. Can't blame him. He's 34. He's 34. Nobody's going to ask him to be running like he's 27. Ekitike doesn't want to do all of that pressing that Diaz and so much like we're doing the last year, which was why they were good. Because if you all remember, they had this 4-2-4 shell that they were playing. They will never allow you penetrate the middle. Never. The four of them, I think it was Gakpo, Diaz, Soboslai, and Sal. They protect McAllister and Gravenberch. They will never let you get through that middle. So you have to go always on the outside. And once you do, they'll press you with the sideline and they'll take the ball and they'll counter-attack. And you're already in trouble because those four players are already in central positions. You don't want those four guys running at you. That's how they beat. This year, they lost some of that because they decided to spend money on players. Only on flair players, on players that are better quality, but they don't overall bring the energy required to press in the Premier League. Verts doesn't bring that energy. Isak doesn't bring that energy. I think it doesn't bring that energy. So now you're having to play Soboslai in there. And no offense, no matter how you see it, Verts was supposed to improve. Was supposed to be an improvement on Soboslai. We're not Soboslai was supposed to be complimentary, not he's the player of the season right now. How do you spend almost 300 million and you play of the season together? They spent 60 million. You spent 60 million on 2 years ago. So that's the problem. So as much as Slot will get, I hope he doesn't. Personally, I hope he continues. I hope he doesn't, and I hope they do some more stupid stuff again this summer. But I know they will give him time, but I don't think it's a good idea. But even if they go and get a Xabi Alonso, he's going to run into the same situation he ran into a Real Madrid anyways. Because okay, just because you have the money to spend on these players doesn't mean it makes sense. If you're buying somebody, make sure it complements the rest of the squad. Not, you're buying somebody that's going to pull us in a different direction. We have a bunch of touchline wingers. You now buy a winger that is an inside forward. Okay, that pulls us in one direction on the other side. You buy another 10 who doesn't work as hard as the last 10 that was there. That puts more pressure on the other side. So now it's not a case of confusion. And some of them are just old. Virgil is old. I'm sorry. You're old now. This is no longer 2021 Virgil. No, bro, no, his time has passed. His time has passed. And it's time to move on. I know probably he will stay one more season, which is not really a good idea. But his time has passed. He can no, because back when Virgil was Virgil, he'd shut down, he'd make Haaland look like a schoolboy. Because as much as I know Haaland can score goals, I know that his first touch is crap. I know his second touch is probably also crap. The only thing that is fantastic about his finishing. Every other aspect of his game, Virgil usually makes him look like a schoolboy. So, and well, this is the first of, I think there's another Chelsea and Port Vale later on. So I'll catch you guys on that side. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.